Okay. Never mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, today you finish your objective exam, Manali?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, it was very good, sir. I came third in class.
You think?
Sir, I came third in class. We get the results immediately.
Oh, you stood third in the class.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Your third is Lawrence to me, not to you.
Yes, sir.
But I was very sad by listening to your marks. 18 marks out of 25 is very less, but
Yes, sir.
you must get at least 90 means like 23 or so. 24.
Yes, sir.
Because it is a board exam, every step will be counted. In the objectives, it is not like that.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Your answer is counted. So try to be careful. And
Yes, sir. I know that bots make stupid calculation errors and stuff like that.
And one more sir is there online, but his video is not working, and he's our chemistry sir. Just wish him. His name is Kiran sir.
Good evening, sir.
So, Manali, it should not be repeated, beta. The marks, just only practice is needed, that's all. Because if you get low marks now, if the student IQ levels are less, I'll accept that they are getting less marks. But your IQ levels and everything is good. Getting 18 marks will be sheer negligence. That is why don't repeat that.
Yes, sir.
How many marks you got today?
Sir, 72.
72 out of?
120.
Nice, better, nice. Keep it up and try to improve it.
Yes, sir.
And today what I do, I'll be starting this vector algebra. Vectors.
Yes, sir.
And some of the problems are remaining. No, what should we do with this one? You will be trying this, no?
Yes, sir. I'll solve it as and when I find time to solve it.
Okay then. So should I start vector algebra today then?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. See, now the basic thing what you have to understand about a vector and a scalar, to understand them to have a life example for a vector and a scalar is that like if I ask you how much is the distance from your school to your home, then if you say it is around 10 kilometers, then that is nothing but a scalar.
Yes, sir.
Then if I ask you in which direction your school is from your home, if I ask you, then if you say it is in northeast direction, 10 kilometers in northeast direction from my home, if you say, that is nothing but a vector.
Yes, sir.
So a scalar will give you only the magnitude, but no fixed direction for it.
Yes, sir.
And if you take a vector has both magnitude and direction. That's what you have to understand about that. Okay.
Yes.
So, what is that you have to understand? What the mathematicians did to represent a vector, there should be some tool to represent. Like what? Generally, a vector, how is it defined? A vector is defined with three characteristics. What are they? A vector must have the magnitude. A vector must have the magnitude. Like what? Magnitude means like this line is of length, let me say, some 1 meter, let me say, for example, I am telling you. Let me say this is of 1 meter length. Then if it is of 1 meter length, it is simply giving you the magnitude. So magnitude means it is one characteristic of the vector is satisfied now.
Yes, sir.
Sure, beta. So,
Yes.
if you want to give another characteristic, which is the direction, then let me name this segment as AB. Now, if I give the direction from A to B,
Yes, sir.
then it is containing the magnitude and as well the direction.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So,
Yes, sir.
and number 3, generally it is neglected by the teachers also, but it should also be mentioned that line segment, if you take, it is present on a line. That line segment AB is placed on a line. So you will have a line of support also. Let me show you like this. This is the line of support. See it. This is AB is the magnitude and the direction is from A to B, and this AB is present on a line of infinite length.
Yes, sir.
So a vector has 3 characteristics. Number 1, you tell me?
It has to have a magnitude.
Magnitude.
Then direction.
Yes, direction.
Then it has to be placed on a line or infinite length.
That means you must say it has the line of support.
Yes, sir.
So the vector has 3 characteristics. Number 1, magnitude. Number 2, direction. Number 3, line of support. So, what the mathematician thought of representing a vector, which is convenient to represent a vector. Which is convenient to represent a vector? Is it that the vector is always of the form, in the form of line only? Not needed. It is not needed. It is in the form of line only. But a line will be convenient to represent a vector. Remember.
Yes, sir.
Line will be convenient to represent a vector because the line will consist of a length here, which is magnitude, a direction here from A to B, and a line of support is also there. So, because line is convenient to represent a vector, mathematician represented the vector in the form of a line. That's all. The vector need not always be in the form of the line. Okay. So, this is now represented as AB bar. AB bar means you have to understand that the direction is from A to B. And you can further, we will be writing it as simply, without removing arrow mark, we will simply writing it as AB with a bar on its head, that's all. We can represent like that also. And whatever the beginning letter is there, that will be the initial point. And whatever the last point, that is the terminating point. Initial point and terminating point. Okay, so the general representation of a vector is done with 2 capital letters, which is one is the initial point, another one is the terminal point with an arrow mark on its head. Okay. Now, if you want to represent with a single letter, you can represent this as A bar also. Simply A. In the books, what you observe, they will be generally given as thick letters.
Yes, sir.
They will be generally given as thick letters. That means
Yes, sir.
they don't give you the bar, but they will give you it like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so understand that if it is said as a vector, understand that it will have both magnitude and direction and a line of support.
Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So, like that, the vector is represented. Now, to represent the vector, if a vector is represented as AB bar, then how its length is represented? Its length is represented by modulus of AB bar. So, modulus of AB bar will give you the length or magnitude. Okay, length or magnitude. So, you have to understand that this vector is always of three-dimensional form. And one more very important thing what you have to understand, you have to understand 3D from vectors only. In fact, you have three-dimensional geometry in your 11th itself, I think, PU.
Yes, sir.
PU first year you have three-dimensional geometry. But the perfect way of introducing three-dimensional geometry is from vectors only. So if you see three-dimensional geometry from the window of vectors, it will be very easy, and you will not feel that 3D is different and vectors is different. Vectors and three-dimensional geometry both are one and the same. Remember that.
Yes, sir.
So, even you have the three-dimensional geometry extended to your second PU also. So, now understand 3D from vectors. Okay, beta. So, in what way they are related and how to convert the vectorial form to the Cartesian form. Cartesian form is three-dimensional form. I'll make you understand that so that you will be feeling that 3D also very, very easy. And that is the reason why these two topics must be put together like 3D and vectors or vectors and 3D. They must be seen as one topic only. Except that in three-dimensional geometry, you will not be given this bar here. That bar means AB bar means the direction is represented here, whereas in three-dimensional geometry, the direction will not be given. That's only the difference. Okay, and here modulus of AB bar means it is the length of the vector, no, or magnitude of the vector, no. And modulus of AB bar in three-dimensional geometry, you understand that it is nothing but the distance between the points A and B. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
So the distance formula, you know, it is root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. So that distance formula is very much similar to modulus of AB bar. That's what you have to understand.
Yes, sir.
So you see the three-dimensional geometry from the window of vectors. See every concept of vectors, understand the concept in the vectorial form, and then try to understand it or see 3D from the window of vectors. Then it will be very easy for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. Now,
yes,
what are the types of vectors? Even on your side, the internet is showing to be fair, beta. Like.
Yes, sir. It's not very fast. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay. Anyway, for class.